Will Smith has opened up about the hardest role of his career, revealing the challenges and personal conflicts he faced while working on Emancipation, a film about slavery. In a candid interview, the Oscar-winning actor shared that, despite his illustrious career, he had previously avoided roles related to slavery, feeling uneasy about depicting Black individuals in such a painful and traumatic light. However, when the opportunity to portray the character of Peter in Emancipation arose, Smith felt compelled to take on the role, even though it meant confronting deeply rooted fears and concerns about the portrayal of Black history. Angela Willits, who played Peter Dolan, originally wanted to play Peter, but eventually changed her mind and went for Vincent Van Gell. Emancipation, released in 2022, is a powerful action thriller set against the backdrop of one of the darkest chapters in American history, slavery. The story follows Peter, a slave who escapes from a brutal plantation in Louisiana after enduring horrific whippings. The film is inspired by the true story of Gordon, a man whose famous photograph of his scarred back during his escape from slavery became a symbol of the brutality of the institution. Directed by Antoine Fuqua, Emancipation explores the physical and emotional toll of slavery, as well as the resilience of those who fought to escape it. Will Smith's decision to take on such a role was not an easy one. The actor, known for his work in films such as The Pursuit of Happiness and Men in Black, confessed that he had actively avoided period films about slavery throughout his career. Smith admitted in an interview with Complex magazine, "I never wanted to make a period film about slavery. I've avoided those roles my whole career. I didn't want to show Black folks in that light." The portrayal of African Americans as victims of violence and cruelty was something Smith had been hesitant to confront in his body of work. However, as he reflected on the significance of telling such a story, Smith realized that the impact of Emancipation outweighed his reservations. "In this light, I didn't want to show Black folks in that light, but the story of this man was too powerful to ignore," Smith explained. The film, while difficult to watch due to its raw portrayal of suffering, also aims to honor the humanity, strength, and perseverance of those who endured the horrors of slavery. Smith saw this project as an opportunity to elevate the voices of those who had been silenced for so long and to remind audiences of the painful legacy that continues to shape the history of Black people in America. The making of Emancipation presented many physical and emotional challenges for Will Smith, who was no stranger to demanding roles in his career. However, this film pushed him to his limits in ways that other projects had not. "Without question, this was the hardest film of my career," Smith shared. "It was searing hot. A hurricane tore down our sets. I was in the swamp every day. The conditions on set were extreme, with the Louisiana heat adding to the already intense emotional weight of the film's subject matter. Yet despite the grueling conditions, Smith found a deeper sense of purpose in bringing this story to life." There was a moment of profound personal reflection for Will Smith during the filming of Emancipation, especially when he thought about the true story behind his character Peter. This was not a fictionalized tale, but one based on actual events. As an actor, this responsibility weighed heavily on him. However, Smith also recognized that by sharing such an incredible human story, he was contributing to something far greater than himself. "When you're telling a true story like this, there's a huge energy you get from the meaningful purpose of sharing an incredible human life with others," Smith said. Smith's portrayal of Peter in Emancipation was not just a performance, but a way of honoring the memory of those who suffered under the institution of slavery. The film's focus on the resilience of Peter, who overcomes immense hardship in his quest for freedom, provides a sense of hope amidst the brutality. Will Smith's commitment to the role reflected his belief that stories like these are necessary for both historical understanding and emotional healing. The film, directed by Antoine Fuqua, featured a talented ensemble cast that included Stephen Ogg, Aaron Moten, Mustafa Shakir, Ben Foster, and Charmaine Bingwa. Each actor brought their own depth and complexity to their respective characters, contributing to the film's emotional intensity. Fuqua's direction ensured that the story's authenticity and emotional impact were conveyed with the utmost sensitivity and respect. Emancipation has sparked conversations about the representation of Black history in Hollywood and the importance of telling difficult stories. While many films about slavery have focused on the physical violence and cruelty of the system, Emancipation also highlights the psychological and emotional scars that linger long after the physical chains are broken. The film serves as a reminder that the effects of slavery are still felt today, as the legacy of racial injustice continues to affect generations of African Americans. Will Smith's involvement in Emancipation marked a turning point in his career, as it forced him to confront uncomfortable truths about his role as an entertainer and the power of storytelling. It was a reminder that the stories we choose to tell, especially those that are rooted in painful history, have the ability to shape our understanding of the past and influence our future. For Smith, this film represented not just a personal challenge, but also a way to contribute to a larger societal conversation about race, identity, and the need for reconciliation. The journey to making Emancipation was not an easy one for Will Smith, but the film has already had a significant impact on both audiences and critics. It serves as a poignant reminder of the importance of remembering the past while striving for a better future. Through his role as Peter, Will Smith has once again demonstrated his ability to tackle complex and challenging subjects, reminding us that even the most difficult roles can lead to transformative moments in both an actor's career and in the collective consciousness. In the end, Will Smith's role in Emancipation is more than just a performance. It is an act of remembrance, a tribute to those who suffered, and a call for continued dialogue about the legacy of slavery in America. By taking on a role he had once avoided, Smith has contributed to a broader understanding of Black history and the ongoing fight for justice and equality. Through his portrayal of Peter, he has ensured that the story of one man's quest for freedom will never be forgotten.